What names are you keeping an eye out for this series that could play a big role?
Yeah, I can't not talk about Matthew Copperud. The Denver native notched the game winner in both games against Merrimack, so a lot of excitement and kind of a lot of pressure on him this weekend to just have that same big impact. Looking forward to seeing what he'll be able to do. And also that entire bottom line, so that's Eckerly, Gordon, and O'Reilly. Power said they were the perfect fourth line, praising their efforts offensively and those on the back check as well. Important aspects when you're looking to win any game. And finally, the man himself between the pipes, TJ Seppenfelter. He was the backbone of that series. He was carrying that team when they were struggling, and he's very, very consistent. A .916 career save percentage as a Sun Devil, and he's the only NCAA goaltender as of now to record a shutout against a ranked team. So I have no doubt that the brick wall will be able to stand strong against Northern Michigan.
The full 40-minute effort and outstanding defensive performance are things the Sun Devils are going to want to carry over against their next few opponents who await them in the sunny beaches of the U.S. Virgin Islands for the annual Paradise Jam tournament. Head coach Natasha Adair's big philosophy heading into that tournament, well, it's a pretty simple one.
We want to win it.
Now over to this Denver series. They're again on the power play in the zone, and as they first get the puck in, they establish a very wide perimeter. They'll continue to move it along that far side, and as they maintain control, they're going to tighten up here and run what's called an umbrella power play. On the umbrella power play, you have three guys in this triangle formation that you see up top, two in the slot here, and the goal on this umbrella power play is to move the puck to one side, hence drawing the goalie to that same side, and then put the puck in the back of the net from the other side. So you see that here as they get the rebound from the blocked shot. The feed over to Sillinger. Watch what the goalie does as the puck comes to Sillinger. He gets it all the way over here. A wide open Ty Jackson. The beautiful feed, Sillinger to Jackson. He puts it backdoor on the open net.
So we'll start with Gabby Chernoff, who has more on Arizona State's depth.
Sun Devil hockey is off to a 4-1-1 start, and their numbers in the win column can be largely attributed to their team-wide depth. The top six forwards have combined for 24 points on the season, and forward Matthew Copperud has scored the game winner in 3 of ASU's 4 wins. The fourth line is a whole different beast, being praised numerous times as Sun Devil hockey's best line by head coach Greg Powers. The defensive core is packed with two-way playmakers, Tim Lovell leading the charge in that regard with 4 points through 6 games. Lovell's D partner Brandon Tabakin leads the team in the plus-minus column with his +4. And the defense as a whole is very active with their sticks, constantly breaking up passing and scoring lanes to keep the Devils ahead. The men in the cage have been getting it done on the back end as well, so here's Zach Nicolaitis with more on ASU's goaltenders.
There's one more month left in 2023. One more month for maybe me to grow a little taller so I can be on your level. But in terms of the home and away left here in 2023 and ahead in 2024, what are some of those matchups and how important are they in the grand scheme of things?
Well, their next 8 games are on the road, and it's a really good opportunity for them to prove themselves as a road team before entering the NCHC next year. The first of those 6-8 matchups on the road against Colorado College. That series starts today. It'll go into tomorrow. Colorado College 7-5-0, ASU 10-3-1. If you look at these teams on paper, ASU is definitely able to pull out a sweep. Will they? I don't know. I would expect them to pull out at least one win. But another thing too is at this point in the season, their schedule really starts to taper down in terms of difficulty. They shouldn't have any more series against teams ranked higher than them except for maybe Cornell, but with this ease of schedule, the wins at home and away are even more important, because if you're losing to these less competitive teams, it hurts you a lot more in that pairwise ranking that I just mentioned. So if they stick to their identity, play that good hockey that we know they can play and that we've seen them play before, they'll be in good standings for the pairwise once the postseason rolls closer.
All right, Gabby, thanks so much.
The Big Red and the Maroon and Gold had the rare luxury of meeting each other before this series in the championship game of the Adirondack Winter Invitational just 2 weeks ago, where they got to learn how each other play this game. While that one did go down in the scorebooks as a tie, the Sun Devils did take a trophy from them with their shootout win, and tonight Cornell was successful in their quest for vengeance. Coming into today's matchup, the Sun Devils are 7-2-4 on the season, sitting at 5th place within Pac-12 rankings. A common critique that has arisen from both Coach Wingworth and his players is the team's inability to consistently move the ball up the pitch and convert on those good scoring opportunities. They seem to sort out some of those struggles in their 2-1 win over Washington on Thursday night, and they hope to do the same against Washington State this afternoon. This is the first game we've seen all season from the Sun Devils where they weren't fully in it for all 60 minutes, which head coach Greg Powers attributed to what he called stupid, dumb mental mistakes, where the guys were trying to get too fancy on the puck. On netminder TJ Steppenfelter, he said it was kind of a weird game for him and maybe not his best effort, but the loss had nothing to do with him in the end. Going into tonight, the Sun Devils will need to use that anger that's likely still lingering from last night to fuel a full 60-minute performance where they're locked in the entire duration of the game. They'll have to stay organized as Miami, Ohio rides the high of beating a nationally ranked opponent for the first time since December of 2022.